Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. I thought I was going to have to upload that series I'm not ready to upload yet yesterday to keep the 2-day schedule because I completely forgot about Wednesday. But fortunately, what's actually really cool is I have like 80 million Shadowverse videos pre-recorded, so I don't really have to worry about it that much. How many more Moriko runs do we got? I pre-made all the thumbnails, so I can just check real quick. Let's see. It is not on this. It is... Where are the thumbnails? There they are. 404. That's the last one. So we got 4 more Moriko runs to play, and then I feel like we're pretty good on making the month of Moriko a real thing. So we got 4 more runs to do. It's Look Who It Is. Let's just give it a go. Let's just give it a little bit of a go. Kathako Tarasu? Sure, we'll go Kathako Tarasu, and I'm pretty sure I picked random backstory, but I might have picked World of Horror, because that's what we got. But yeah, today, I think it's a... I don't remember if it's a one-off, because there's like a couple of smaller games that I have that I wanted to do videos on. I don't remember what's Thursday, but that'll be pretty late after this video. But it'll still make the daily schedule. The double daily schedule. I want to get back to playing the Bazaar a little bit, because they just released Stell. And I'm interested in like going back to play the Bazaar because I think it's a, a fun game. But, I don't know, I'm just kind of a little eepy today. Just kind of a little eepy. So a little bit of relaxing World of Horror, a little jaunt in Shiikawa, a little Shiikawa shuffle, perhaps. Just to kind of, like, chill and relax, maybe. Sounds like a good time to me, brother, sister, and envy. It sounds like a good time to be had by all. Noisy Nails, Botany, Thaumaturgy, Teacher, Vigil footage. I think we can probably go Thaumaturgy. Teacher. We could also do Nails first, or... The problem is like, literally every single one of these mysteries is, like, out of town except for Thaumaturgy Teacher, and we have to do Thaumaturgy Teacher second. So, I feel like we can start with, well, the only boss mystery is actually also not in the... out of town either. Noisy Nails is in the hospital. So it's like... I forgot to lower the image. I don't even know if I even saw Moriko on the TV. I'm like pretty sure I did though. But we'll probably not find out because I don't think we're taking Outdoorsman this run. But you know, it's Look Who It Is. It's who it is. And I mean, we already went over this yesterday. You know who it is. But, yeah, so the schedule is... I'm still refining Wednesday and Thursday, like, I completely forgot about Wednesday. But Monday, we're doing... Final Fantasy VI. Tuesday is... Hollow Body. Oh, I uploaded Hollow Body and... Whoops. I forgot the browser was still on like that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what the exact schedule is. It's like, Monday is Final Fantasy VI. And we did Hollow Body also on Monday. I think Hollow Body... We'll make Hollow Body Wednesday, and then Heartworm will stay Tuesday. That makes sense. So it'll be, Final Fantasy VI, Hollow Body... Or no, it'll be Final Fantasy VI, Heartworm, Hollow Body... And then for Thursday, since I'm pretty sure this is a short game day, we'll do... I want to do Labyrinth... Labyrinth of the Demon King is scheduled for Friday, and Lily is scheduled for the weekends. So I'll have to find something else for Thursday, I guess, if that's how I want to do it. Maybe Thursday could be, like, so here's the thing. Not every day is going to be a WA day. Some days it'll be, like, a Bazaar day or a Shadowverse day. But maybe Thursday could be like WoW plus Shadowverse in the future. I don't know. We're still refining it. I'm not really used to doing like a double episode weekly schedule, except for that one time we did that like a long time ago with like Lunacid, and we did it with like Lunacid, Rimworld, the Goody Two Shoes, and like a couple others, right? Where we did like a semi-weekly schedule. Yeah, with like Dark Souls. Yeah. I'll figure something out. Let's just jump into this video though. Yeah, we can probably do, like, if we didn't have 3 out-of-town mysteries, I'd say you probably Noisy Nails into Thaumaturgy and you just use your bullets on Noisy Nails. But I kind of want to take Vigil first, and then we just pray that the mansion's not doomed, because that's really the only downside, is if the mansion is one of the 2 doomed locations. But you know, I wanted to get a mask as a B-slot item. I think that's really strong, and we got literally, like, the best B-slot item in the game. And if we wanted to get a book, we could do that pretty easily as well here. But I think probably taking the... What books are good in this game? Not really that many of them. Like, I'm thinking of the best books in this game besides the Necronomicon, and it's like the Occult Diary, which is -3 Doom, so why wouldn't we just take -3 Doom here and now, you know? But, yeah, I have a few games that I want to play that I don't know if I want to do, like, full series on. It's kind of weird, you know? There's, like, games that are not necessarily, like, they could be Let's Plays, but I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of just want to experiment a little bit. And see what we can do. Like, I want to do... There's a game... I got 2 games that I wanted to do for the channel called... Did I want to do You Shouldn't Be Here for the channel? I know I wanted to do Last Report. And then there was, like, another one that I got where you, like, raise, like, a dragon, and you can raise her to be evil, or you can raise her to be good, and if you raise her to be evil, she'll, like, eat the village or whatever. Oh, and then there was another game I saw while I was looking on Steam. I like, as a treat for fun, I like to browse the Steam store. And there was this new game that came out where you play the final boss of a game, and you have to kill the, like, Dark Souls protagonist over and over and over again, and the narrative changes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and eat supper, why not? Supper sounds pretty good right now, honestly, not gonna lie. Probably make some food after I'm done recording this, but, yeah, we've got some... There are a few games that I want to play, and, you know, getting into the habit of, like, recording more after the, you know, IRL arc, the lock-in arc. I think it's been good. Well, I mean, it's not ideal. It's not what we want. It's not good, but it is very funny. It is very, very funny. Full build Moriko Mystery 1? Crazy. Although, I don't really think that this is, like, a good build, if you know what I mean. It's pretty bad. But, I mean, she is, it's tempered, it's folded, and she's more dangerous without it than with it. Quite literally, because it's a bad weapon for her. It's like a pretty good weapon. I think you could still run it on Moriko, but I think the old shotgun's, like, close, you know? Like, I think the old shotgun's, like, pretty strong. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just get a free combat here. I wouldn't mind some more EXP. I know it's a little bit of, whatchamacallit. It's a little bit of Doom, but I think we're doing pretty well on Doom right now. Oh, 12 max HP, huh? Dickhead idiot. You think 12 HP is good enough to survive in World of Horror Civilization? Listen, buddy. In WoW Civilization, you either move on to the next mystery, or you get sent to the insane asylum. But you never stay in the same place, alright? Unless you're, like, doing, like, an infinite dupe glitch or whatever, and you just stay in the same mystery to, like, infinitely dupe items. But, you know, we don't do that very often. Or, like, the infinite Mizuki EXP thing. I wonder if there are any more infinite EXP things, because I think we were thinking about that a while ago, but I don't really... Curious statuette, huh? I mean, you know what? We gotta return it, so put it in your back pocket. That's a surprise tool that will help us later. Give me a little bit more knowledge. We don't need the resin of an old shotgun. We have, the most powerful horror game weapon known to mankind, which is a katana. And so we are balling. We will be balling. That is true, chat. What was I gonna say? Ooh, you are a fucker. Okay, hold on. How we doing here? Oh, wow. 6 damage. Yippee. That's because it's halved. +1. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's halved rounded down, right? I keep forgetting how the knowledge calculations with ghosts work for, like, weapon damage. But it's, like, halved, rounded down, +1, and then +1 damage per 4 knowledge. So that makes sense with it being 6. But I'm, like, pretty sure it's not rounded up. I'm definitely sure it's not rounded up in your favor. Because I remember that for some bizarre reason. We'll follow the awful tradition. It's just a little bit of blood. You don't need all of it. You don't need all of your blood. You just need a little... You just need enough blood. You don't need all of your blood. Just think of it as, like, donating plasma, okay? Just eat a bunch of protein and feel better afterwards. I mean, if there was anything to increase our dexterity, I would have taken it, but there was not. Our health is looking pretty good right now. Funny Mask is, you know, fucking incredibly overpowered and broken, and we love Funny Mask. I can't wait for the game to get a new update, dude. It's so exciting. World of Horror enters these states where, like, Panstash has his own, like, IRL lock-in arc, and, like, we get to the crazy point where you, how do we do, like, this'll work, though, right? Like, this'll work, though? Like, this is not really worth it, but it's funny, which is the only reason why I wanted to do it. Is, like, you're cooked. Like, the katana is actually a goated severing weapon, and I will 100% take that. Our second enemy was the guy, right? Because we fought Billy Mays, the one and only, and then we fought the, I don't know, he's like your cousin, uncle? I haven't read the text of that mystery in 80 years. But it's like World of Horror has this thing where Panstash kind of goes into his own IRL arc a little bit, and we never see him again. And then when he comes back, when homie comes back, I didn't want to take any damage. We're going flawless, it's true. We're not going to go flawless. I just didn't want to take damage for some reason. And we don't have Akamanto, so I wasn't really paying attention to keeping the handcuffs. But, like, I wonder if we'll have enough dexterity to do this. Because, like, Moriko is a pretty low dexterity character, so the dodge might not always work. Not that the dodge worked anyways, but, you know, here we are. So the fact that, like, every time Panstash comes back, we get, like, an update, and then the game meta changes completely, and then it's like, oh, this game is impossible, or it's like, oh, the game's too RNG, or like, oh, Harbinger of Doom got made, like, less fun to play, or whatever. It's still, like, good, you know, because it's like, you know, you want something that shakes up the meta a lot, so that you have something to lock into and sink your teeth into, a nice little meal to enjoy for the next, like, 9 months, you know? So, like, it's pretty interesting. You know, I will also say I find it, like, mildly funny, that I get... One of the comments that I've gotten historically, like, a lot, and I don't dislike these comments at all. They're completely fine. By all means, keep asking, because comments are good. Comments are great. You should leave a comment right now. But one of the comments that I get a lot is people asking me when the new update's gonna come out. And it's like, I don't know. I am not a Polish dentist. I don't know. I can only just check the official Discord like all of you can. So, you know, we can check the official Discord right now. Scroll down World of Horror. And then, you know, we scroll down a little bit. And then, you know, somebody, you know, people are just chatting. People are just yapping. And, yes, that's I can check the same Discord that you have access to. It's a public Discord to my knowledge. And so there we go. It's look who it is. I don't see anything like brand new, I think. Something about maybe scenario mode? I don't know. There was something a few days ago about old gods stacking, I think, because it's the Cathako Tharasu, Ath-Yolazaf, Goizo, and Ithutu, like, lighthouse things all together. So, I mean, you know, I've been, I'm absolutely here for it, you know? World of Horror. Absolutely goated. World of Horror will be real in 2025. The forests outside Shiikawa have always had a strange reputation. Trust me, this documentary will, like, totally make us famous. I mean, listen, it's gonna be goated. We will be there no matter what. And it's a free update, too, which is great, because I remember back in the day, like, when the game first came out. Come on, get out of here. That's like... I need to do the, what kind of WoW gamer are you? And it's like the old gamer, prehistoric gamer, like, skeleton gamer thing. I need to do that, but with, like, the last, like, 4 WoW updates or something, and then just have, like, at the very bottom, like, the fucking fossil, like, the ancient ruins, like, the ancient, like, you know, I need to have that be, like, early access player, but not, like, you know, like, not, like, any specific early access, just, like, early access players, like, the prehistoric dinosaur. And if you, like, you're an old school Wahhead, if you're, like, playing when the workshop beta came out, something silly like that. But, no, I think, I think it's good when the game gets, like, a big shakeup, you know? I think World of Horror is a very weird kind of game, because you say the word meta and you feel like you should be shot, you know? But it's, like, true, you know? Like, it's... Every game has a meta, every game has a way to play it optimally, and the kind of thing about World of Horror is that it is a incredibly bizarre, strange game that just kind of, like, does things and has mechanics, you know what I mean? Like, it does things and it has mechanics. So, I know that's every video game, but... It's every video game, but World of Horror has, like, such a weird mix of mechanics, and it's like every major update we get kind of changes the style of game that it is, in the sense of, you know, how it's played, how you engage with it, what you do to an extent, and it has this sort of, like, solid building block foundation of, like, a very incredible, bizarre, and, like, poorly explained, but very simple system that is very, like, modular, you know? Like, I theoretically wonder, like, I saw a video, I think Horg posted it on the Discord, which will eventually be relaunched, I swear, TM, sometime in September, and... It was, like, a video that was talking about, like, this plugin for, like, modding World of Horror. And I feel like, you know, maybe not from a coding perspective, but from, like, a game design perspective, it would be very, very easy to implement, like, new stats into World of Horror. Not from a coding perspective, because, like, if there's one thing that I know about Yzbird games, published Yzbird games, is that the code is usually quite fine spaghetti. Thinking to when Valhalla... all of its text files were actually images, and it made translating the game impossible because there was no raw text file or anything like that. They were all images that were then revealed. Silly things like that, you know. And obviously, you know, the WA spaghetti code of, like, certain like custom characters not being able to win the game because they can't have victory sprites or whatever and, like, crashing the game. But how do we want to do this? I'm definitely thinking, like, I don't even know why I did that. He's 26 health. So we just do this twice and we win. I'm just showing off. He takes bonus, chat. He takes bonus from Sharp. Everything should take bonus from the katana, because the katana's kind of goated like that, you know what I mean? The katana is made with, like, a special kind of steel that repulses eldritch beings. It's made with a special kind of steel that can cut through a human and a plant perfectly and a beast perfectly. You know, it's etched with runes that melt the undead. I'm just saying, the katana's kind of goated like that. I mean, realistically speaking, the katana does not need any bonus damage, because it's, like, one of the highest hitting damage weapons in the game. It's just a little slow. But you're still usually killing things in 2 hits anyways. Ooh, firearm melee attacks are 20% faster. Wow. Honestly, like, this could be an outdoorsman game, which is very funny, because it's like, I don't really need the knowledge. Because we have one more mystery that takes us out of the town. I'm, like, 90% sure. Well, I know it takes us out of the town, but it's like, what is it? It's found footage, so yeah, we'll get some use out of it. I mean, we could just do this now, because we're pretty, like, healthy, and it's a stamina boss, and then we could save Freaky Feature for the last. Sounds good to me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to World of Horror having some weird shit going on again, to the point of, like, you know, it's a new experience. You know, we got our old relaxing bitten by a giant spider because you put your hand in a hole and that was a bad idea. And you know, then we got the new shit, like going on a cruise. The truly most terrifying experience this game has ever, like, tried to show us. Going on a cruise is crazy, man, because it's like you're going on, like, international waters. You're on, like, a petri dish of disease, and you're in, like, a tiny cabin. But there's, like, you know, you can gamble, and there's, like, a water slide. It's like, come on, man. Cruises are not for me. I've been on several boats before in my life. I don't think I've ever been on I've definitely never been on a luxury cruise. I don't think I've been on a cruise either. I've been on a lot of boats, but I don't think they'd be considered cruises. And I wouldn't say I've been on a lot of boats in, like, frequency. I've just been on a lot of different kinds of boats. I am not secretly like a Maine lobster fisher, or, you know, something to that sort or extent. They are preparing for something, question mark. Nah, let's just take the stamina. I don't want to lose the money. Like, we're going to lose a lot of stamina on this mystery, but we got Daddy's Girl, we got plenty of Doom. We're feeling, like, pretty good right now. I think we're just kind of schmoovin'. I think we're just kind of, like, moving different. I think we're just kind of moving different with it. And I honestly, I think we could rest. I think we could justifiably rest, and I feel like we're not even worried about it too much. I could rest again, and I don't even feel like that's necessarily a bad thing. We will let her sleep. I don't really think it matters, because I don't think we have to go to the hospital again. We did actually lose 1 dexterity from It's Look Who It Is. That is true. But, like, you're cooked, brother. The Kabuki killer? More like the Kabuki killed, am I right? Am I right? Guys, am I right? Am I right or am I right? I can't believe we are going to get our dexterity to 8 as Moriko, which is something that does not happen very often. And it would be very, very funny if there was no, like, actual reason for us to do that outside of getting the katana. Alright, we go. The infected wound is surgery, and 2... I mean... I would rather sell the ring, right? But, like, it's been with us since Mystery 1, so I gotta show some loyalty. I think that's fair, you know? I think you gotta show some loyalty. You gotta be like, you've been sticking with me for the whole game. We haven't really had a charisma check, I don't think. But You know, in case we did have a charisma check, it would be pretty cool, right? To roll a 6 or under if we have a threat level. Like, yeah, we could get two gold from it, but where's the respect? You've had that nice ring in your family for 5 days, for 5 mysteries. And you're gonna get rid of that family heirloom? Get out of here. I have not thought about that. We are shockingly close to being able to do the katana with a dodge. But, like, that's actually, like, not that bad. That's kind of crazy. What a... I hadn't even thought about this as, like, a build that exists. The mansion is doomed. We would have to, like, kind of move some mountains to make that happen, so I don't really want to... I don't really want to bother with it. The old shotgun. I have to return it. Now, this is where it all goes wrong. We got 72% Doom on the board. Even with, like, -6 Doom, I don't really care. Like, I don't really think that it matters that much. This is... we'll just ignore the... We'll just leave the crime scene, feel pretty good about ourselves. This is where it potentially ends. Having -6 Doom here wouldn't really matter if we get, like, a bunch of nonsense. So don't worry about it too much, but worry about it enough to feel a little bit hesitant. I mean, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, right? I'm not really worried about my health. I'm just wanting to get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. We can get lost in our thoughts. There's no... Like, that is the charisma check, but I don't really care. Like, it's fine. Like, failing that is completely fine. Oh, shit, I never looked at the TV. I never looked at the TV chat. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, as long as we don't get Vital Clue, we're okay. I don't know why I tried my luck with that. I was just like, Outdoorsman Clutch. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright. 89% Doom. Guess what? I remember my seconds. Do you remember my seconds? Would you win in my scenario? In my situation? Well, the tragedy is that, you don't actually have to remember anything, because these are all stat checks. Every single one is a stat check, or the light source, or the boss battle. So there's nothing here that actually matters. We're schmooving. My memory doesn't matter. Everything that we've done is completely irrelevant, but there is a dexterity check, allegedly, so we can feel good about that. Moriko passing the dexterity check is, like, generationally funny. Brother, you're cooked. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna beat you to death with hammers. We're going to kill you. But there is one small problem. We have to throw the katana, and I don't remember how much damage the katana does thrown. Because we can do... all it has to do is 1, right? Because we would do 18 damage from 2 hits, and then that's +1 per hit, so it would work. As long as we make a 95% chance. Oh, thank God. I have to return it. So I think we're fine. I think we're A-okay. Even though that did get a little sketchy at the end there. If we got another Vital Clue or another, like, +4% Doom thing, we would have been, like, we would have been those 2 rests off. But I felt good about it. And you know what else I feel good about? Maybe? The Lulble. The browser is back. Classic clues. I mean, listen, I always gotta go with my goat, Briar. Yesterday's champion was Skarner. I remember that. So, a melee woman. Alright. From the past. I'm pretty sure, well, Ambessa is definitely newer than Briar, because I remember playing Briar before Ambessa came out. So, We are gonna try. Let's go on the. We're gonna swing. No, it's not Noxus. It's not Noxus. It's not Noxus. Okay, hold on. Let's try Leona. Let's try Leona. Not support. A human of some kind. So we're looking for somewhere between 2011 and 2023. That's a pretty broad range. What about Neela? I don't know where Neela's from, but I'm pretty sure she's not from Targon. Absolute Cinema. She's from Bilgewater? Like wildfire. Okay. Why do I want to say this is Zyra? But it's like Brand, right? It's like Brand, right? No, it's not Brand. It is Brand. What does Brand sound like? Hold on. You can hear him this time.
Like wildfire.
I don't know why I thought it was Zyra, but like there's the... What the hell is this? This is like... Is this the Rumble movement speed stim? Is this Corki? Is this... I don't know. Who the hell is this? I don't play enough Rumble to know that. Is this Corki? I don't know who the hell this is. Ready to fire! The Gatling gun? Dude, I don't know what this is, bro. Is this Q? No, this Q is the missile shot, right? Or is that his ult? I don't know what Corki does. He's been reworked 80 million times, bro. I got no idea. Nesting dolls. Shaco? Backstab. That's devious, dude. That's actually... The back arrow pointing to the knife is brilliant. That's a good lick. That's a good bit. Are you Shen? Who are you? Who are you? Are you, I don't know, you're not a Yasuo skin, are you? Who are you? You're like an edgy anime boy, right? Are you Kane? Are you Yone? I've seen those stupid eyes before, but I don't remember what champion is. Like, I don't remember what champion is it. Are you Yone? Are you Yone? Are you Kane? I've seen this skin before, dude. It's driving me crazy. Are you Zed? You're Silas. That's Blood Moon Silas. Lunar Silas, whatever it is. Lunar Wraith Silas. I was going crazy. Did I actually go? I didn't actually go to the Boondle website. Hold on. We're at the Boondle website. You're Sivir. You're not Sivir? Oh, shit. You're holding your weapon in your left hand? Like, okay, sorry. When I looked at this, I thought this was, like, the little glaive thing. So it's a weapon attached to the body. What the hell? Does Lux have her weapon in the left hand? I play Lux. I should know this. What the hell? The fucking fireball? I have no idea who this is. I got genuinely no clue. There's probably a clue here. So let's see. They've got like they got long hair. They have some sort of staff. But they're attacking with their right hand. Is it LeBlanc? Oh, it was Soraka. Oh, I play Soraka. I should have known this. Soraka spell? I knew the running animation felt familiar. I thought it was Sivir, though. Yeah, that makes sense. I could have gotten Soraka for sure. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.